Good evening, hello and welcome. You're with CNN News 18. I'm Anusha Sonia. Top focus this hour is the big factional fight for the survival of course, Uddhav Thackeray and the entire Thackeray family. We're talking about Shiv Sena. The long-standing tussle between Uddhav Thackeray camp and the Eknath Shinde camp for the bow and arrow symbol, the Shiv Sena symbol, it continues to boil. After the Shinde faction moved the Election Commission to be allotted the logo, the Uddhav camp submitted the reply to the Election Commission today, stressing that any plea to take over the symbol is not maintainable. The fight for the symbol ahead of the bypoll to the Andheri East constituency marks a continuing fight, which the faction, both the sides would want to really win. Who the real Shiv Sena is in many ways would be decided by this very crucial war at the Election Commission of India. Taking you through some things that have happened. What is it that Uddhav Thackeray has said? Now, in his reply, Uddhav Thackeray has said that no claim to the party symbol can be made. He has also said that Mr. Shinde is holding a position which is not recognized by the party and he's trying to create dispute within Shiv Sena maliciously. He says that as per the party constitution, he has no right to hold that position. The petition before the Election Commission also states that Uddhav-led camp were given less than 24 hours to reply. They should have been given more time to put out their response. Even though they wanted more time to submit a detailed reply to the Election Commission, they were not given that time. He also claimed that Eknath Shinde is putting pressure for a speedy worked verdict on the symbol issue, which is not something according to the procedure. Anshul is with us on the broadcast. Anshul, the election to the Andheri constituency is going to be very, very crucial. And this fight at the Election Commission, that's the decisive one.
So yes, that's right. That is what has been written in the letter that has been in fact, the reply that has been submitted to the Election Commission by the Eknath Shinde faction. They have actually said that all this is being done in such a haste to benefit BJP in the upcoming Andheri by-election, and that is the reason why Eknath Shinde is putting so much pressure on the Election Commission to give them the party name and the symbol, and hence the Uddhav Thackeray camp has gone ahead and seek more time from them, as they have clearly stated in that reply that they were given only 24 hours to reply to Election Commission, and hence they need to actually submit their letter of support. So they are as of now claiming that they have the support of approximately 264,000 office bearers of the Shiv Sena party, and hence they have the majority according to the constitution of the party, and hence Eknath Shinde has no right in what he is claiming, that the party symbol and the name should be given to him. And that is the reason why they have seeked the time of 4 more weeks from the Election Commission to actually index all those affidavits and submit it to them. But yes, it remains to be seen if the Election Commission is ready to give them the time of 4 weeks, because yes, now the onus is on the Election Commission to resolve this issue at the earliest, because the Supreme Court has already told them that it is up to them to decide who gets the party symbol and the name. But yes, on the other hand, the Eknath Shinde camp is actually very, very confident that they are going to win this battle, as they have already submitted affidavits to the Election Commission of approximately 3 lakh office bearers of Shiv Sena. So yes, it remains to be seen how does the Election Commission now respond to this. But currently, the reply that has been filed, they have seeked more time from the Election Commission to file their letter of support. But yes, it remains to be seen if they will be getting that time from the Election Commission.
Will they be getting that time or not? That's the key question. Joining us on the broadcast is also a special panel of guests. We expect Abhishek Agnihotri, the Shiv Sena leader, to be with us in just a few minutes from now. Tuhin Sinha, who is the BJP spokesperson, is also joining us on the broadcast. Good evening, Tuhin. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Let me begin by what Uddhav Thackeray and his camp has been repeatedly saying. You are responsible, BJP is responsible for the split within the party, and the real Shiv Sena continues to be the Thackeray family, not the Eknath Shinde camp. Respond to that.
Well, good evening, Anusha. While it is for the Election Commission to decide upon who gets the symbol, for us it is very clear the one who lives by the ideals of Balasaheb Thackeray is the real claimant to the Shiv Sena. The one who lives by the ideals of Sanjay Raut is a farcical Shiv Sena. So we believe that Eknath Shinde is the true inheritor of Balasaheb Thackeray's legacy. And I can give you several reasons and several examples. For Shiv Sena, Veer Savarkar used to be a very strong ideological issue. But whenever, in the last 2.5 years, when the Aghadi government was in power, every time that Rahul Gandhi insulted Savarkar, for the sake of power, Uddhav Thackeray bowed down to him. Not once on his birthday did Rahul Gandhi or any of the Congress leaders wish Balasaheb Thackeray, while Uddhav Thackeray would run to wish Rajiv Gandhi? So, the way he compromised the dignity of Shiv Sena, we have been with Shiv Sena for the last 35 years. This was a very pious arrangement. This was a very pious partnership, which was worked between, Balasaheb Thackeray and the Maharashtra leaders of that time. Pramod Mahajan was a key figure. But over the years, we have seen the decline of that Shiv Sena, and Uddhav Thackeray is
only... while you may have a fair point to make when it comes to the ideology, because Shiv Sena was in alliance with the Congress and the NCP, which are ideologically diametrically opposed to Shiv Sena and their ideology, which they have propagated for years. Fair point. But politically speaking, and how it's going to translate over the years, many political analysts argue that the manner in which Shiv Sena, with the help of the BJP, has been split, or the manner in which the Thackeray family has been sidelined, eventually is going to benefit the BJP. It will consolidate your position, and the entire Hindutva agenda, or the entire brand of Hindutva, which in many ways was shared with Shiv Sena and the state of Maharashtra, BJP will completely own up to it now.
Well, I think we are fierce competitors in the last 8 years. Why would we not, utilize a situation to our benefit? The point is, I have an objection to the fact when you blame us for breaking the Shiv Sena. No, the Shiv Sena was not broken by us. It was broken because of the lackadaisical, the lazy attitude of the then CM Uddhav Thackeray. While Eknath Shinde may be complaining that Uddhav Thackeray was unapproachable, we have felt the same. In the 15 days when, after the last elections, when the government formation negotiations had to happen, he had completely made himself unapproachable. So this behavior was not a mature behavior. So I don't think we are responsible for breaking the Shiv Sena. But yes, if in this situation we stand to gain, why shouldn't we take the benefit? At the end of the day, please note that the mandate was for us. We won 70% of the seats we had contested. We trusted the Shiv Sena. Shiv Sena, and now when I talk about Shiv Sena, let me specifically mention Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena. We trusted them. Yeah. They fought the election using the name of Narendra Modi ji in most of the places and Devendra Fadnavis in some places. And after that, they enacted pity.
Tuhin, that argument of stealing the mandate is a slippery slope. I don't think any political party can really tread very cautiously or uprightly on that entire front. I'll come back to you, Tuhin. There are some points that I would like to put out for our viewers. What is it that so far Shiv Sena has said before the Election Commission? What are the two versions of this story? Well, the Shinde camp says that symbol is theirs. They fear misuse in the Andheri bypoll. Uddhav Thackeray continues to assert that Shinde camp MLAs they voluntarily quit the party, and that symbol belongs to Shiv Sena along with the family, which is the Thackerays. That's the faction which is claiming. They also say that the disqualification plea against Shinde's MLAs are still pending. Those pleas are still pending before the Supreme Court of India. And in the meanwhile, those petitions are pending. You can't really decide against the Uddhav Thackeray faction. We have the numbers, we have shown it, and the disqualification law really doesn't apply to us. That is what Shinde camp has been arguing. They also say that there is no documentary proof of any legislative backing, in the sense that, any kind of law which favors the Uddhav Thackeray camp. 10 lakh primary members, 14 MLAs, all MPs on our side. The numbers and how many numbers really stack on each side is going to be very, very critical when that argument happens before the Election Commission of India. Well, let's see how that entire legal battle pans out once you have the order coming in from the Election Commission. It is very likely to go to the Supreme Court or a higher court as well. I'm once again cutting across back to Tuhin, who is with us on the broadcast. Tuhin, let me take that argument forward with you. Similar arguments can be made about BJP as well in multiple states, in the state of Madhya Pradesh, Goa. The argument of the opposition parties has been that you've been using money and muscle power to create defections within the opposition ranks.
Okay, let's go state by state. If you look at Madhya Pradesh, there was a fallout which had been taking shape between Jyotiraditya Scindia and Rahul Gandhi for some time. And why only Jyotiraditya Scindia? At least 25 important leaders of the Congress party have quit the party in the last 3 years or so. And I'm only talking about prominent. There are probably, hundreds and thousands of people who have been quitting the party. In fact, the way people have been quitting Congress reminds me of the way people were fleeing Afghanistan after the Taliban takeover. So why blame us for that? The point is, I think we would be we don't have the loser mentality when we give up on an opportunity to form a government when it is there. At the end of the day, Westminster democracy is a game of numbers, and if we have the numbers, we would form the government. But in Maharashtra, the situation was different. Like if you win votes banking on the name of somebody, and immediately after the election, if you say that I'm going to transfer the votes, try to understand the situation. It's like a cricketer making a half century for the team, but eventually saying that if you don't give me the man of the match, I'm going to transfer my 50 runs to the opposite side, and the opposite side is going to win. Have you seen a situation like that? So it was that bizarre in Maharashtra. So I don't think there's a comparison. In other places, in most of the states, Congress has been breaking because of the indiscipline of Rahul Gandhi
we tried getting a leader from the Shiv Sena faction, the Uddhav Thackeray faction as well. We have Mr. Sanjay Gupta, who's the leader of Shiv Sena and supports Mr. Uddhav Thackeray and his faction of the Shiv Sena. Mr. Gupta, Sanjay ji, बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. We have Mr. Tuhin Sinha of the BJP, and he argues you couldn't hold your party together. You strayed away from your core ideology, and that is why your party is split today. Don't blame the BJP.
बार बार इस बात को कहते हैं कि हमने अपनी आइडियोलॉजी को छोड़ दिया. अगर कांग्रेस और एनसीपी के साथ गठबंधन करके सरकार बनाई थी, अगर हमने अपनी आइडियोलॉजी को छोड़ दिया तो सबसे पहले तो इन्होंने एनसीपी के साथ मिलकर के अपनी सरकार बनाई थी महाराष्ट्र में 2 दिन के लिए. तब क्या इन्होंने अपनी आइडियोलॉजी को अपने साथ रखा था? और जब पीडीपी के साथ इन्होंने सरकार बनाई और दूसरी स्टेट के अंदर नीतीश कुमार को इन्होंने मुख्यमंत्री बनाया जो कि हिंदुत्व विरोधी थे, और तब इनकी आइडियोलॉजी कहाँ चली गई थी? ये बार बार इस बात को कहते हैं कि शिवसेना ने, उद्धव जी ने अपनी आइडियोलॉजी को छोड़ दिया था. ये गलत कहते हैं. ये कहने से पहले इन्हें अपनी गिरबान में झांकना चाहिए. उद्धव जी ने उनके साथ गठबंधन होने के बावजूद भी श्री राम मंदिर पर 2 बार वो गए, उसके बावजूद 1 करोड़ रुपए का चंदा भी दिया. इस देश में दूसरी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ऐसी नहीं है जिसने 1 करोड़ रुपए का चंदा दिया. इवन देन बीजेपी को भी अगर आप ले लेंगे, इस पूरे भारतवर्ष में एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का नाम बता दीजिए आप मुझे जिसने 1 करोड़ रुपए का चंदा प्रभु श्री राम के मंदिर के लिए दिया हो. तो
नहीं, फेयर पॉइंट संजय जी ठीक बोल रहे हैं. और ये विचारधारा का सवाल मैं तुहिन से भी जरूर पूछूंगी. अभिषेक अग्निहोत्री, who is another Shiv Sena leader and from Uddhav Thackeray faction, is also joining us on the broadcast. Abhishek, did you stray away from your ideology? And let's move forward from the argument of ideology. If this is about holding your party together, if this is about having your ear on the ground, clearly Mr. Uddhav Thackeray was not able to hold the party together, and your opposition, your political opponents benefit out of that situation.
देखिए, आपके चैनल के माध्यम से मैं कई बार इस चीज को स्पष्ट कर चुका हूँ कि पार्टी व्यक्ति से नहीं होती है, पार्टियों से व्यक्ति निकलते हैं. जैसे कि माननीय एकनाथ शिंदे साहब जब सूबे के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, वो हमारी शिवसेना पार्टी को छोड़ कर गए हैं. वो पार्टी लेकर नहीं जा सकते हैं, वो कार्यकर्ताओं दिल जीत कर नहीं जा सकते हैं. कार्यकर्ताओं की अपनी आइडियोलॉजी जिसको बिलोंग करते हैं, ठाकरे परिवार से, मातोश्री के परिवार से, एक उनको जो लगाव हो वो कैसे अपने आप खींच के ले जा पाएंगे उस चीज को. पार्टी जो है वो किसी एक व्यक्ति से नहीं होती, पार्टी एक विचारधारा होती.
आप ठीक बोल रहे हैं अभिषेक जी, लेकिन इतने सारे एमएलएज अगर एकनाथ शिंदे जी को जाके सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, सरकार बना दी है, उद्धव ठाकरे जी या जो टॉप ब्रास है उसको पता भी नहीं था, तो सवाल तो कहीं ना कहीं उठेंगे.
नहीं, सवाल उठना राजनीति में सवाल उठना स्वाभाविक है, बहुत बड़ी चीज नहीं है ये. लेकिन कहने मतलब आशा ये कि विधायक गए हो या सांसद गए हो, उसके पीछे उनकी मंतव्यता क्या थी या किस फोर्सफुली अप्रोच के साथ उनको ले जाया गया, धन का लालच देके ले जाया गया. ऐसा कई ऑडियो वीडियो भी वायरल हुए हैं जिनके माध्यम से पता चला है कि उन विधायकों क्या मजबूरियां रही हैं. ईडी सीबीआई के सहारे उनको खींच के ले जाया गया, किसी को डर भय दिखा के ले जाया गया, किसी को भूतों का डर दिखाया गया, किसी को सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का भय दिखाया गया. तो ये कोई बड़ी नई चीज नहीं राजनीति में.
आपने विचारधारा की बात की, तुहिन आपने विचारधारा की बात की, और एक लाजमी सवाल है जो संजय गुप्ता पूछ रहे थे थोड़ी देर पहले. एक मिनट तुहिन, एक लाजमी सवाल है जो संजय गुप्ता भी पूछ रहे थे थोड़ी देर पहले. आपकी विचारधारा कहाँ गई थी जब आपने पीडीपी के साथ गठबंधन किया, या जब आपने कुछ घंटों की सरकार बनाई थी, एनसीपी के साथ हाथ जोड़ लिया था, अजीत पवार के साथ हाथ मिला लिया था, तब विचारधारा कहाँ गई थी? तो कहीं ना कहीं आइडियोलॉजी और विचारधारा बीजेपी तभी बात करती है जब आपको फायदा होता है, ये कह रहे हैं शिवसेना वाले. जवाब देने दीजिए तुहिन को, जवाब देने दीजिए. तुहिन प्लीज गो अहेड.
बीजेपी के साथ जो हमारी सरकार बनी थी, जिस दिन हमें लग गया कि ये अपने जीवे पाकिस्तान मानसिकता को नहीं तोड़ सकते, हमने उस सरकार को त्याग दिया. हमने बहुत कोशिश की, 2.5 साल में हमने बहुत कोशिश की कि वो हमारे राष्ट्रवादी विचार से जुड़े, लेकिन जिस दिन वो नहीं हो पाया, हमने उस सरकार को त्याग दिया। लेकिन ये लोग एक्सटॉर्शन के चक्कर में बने रहे। 3 पार्टियां जो कि एक दूसरे का विरोध करती थी, वो केवल एक्सटॉर्शन और पैसे कमाने के चक्कर में चिपकी रही। मैं संजय जी से पूछना चाहता हूं एक सवाल, जब राहुल गांधी अपमान करते थे सावरकर का, हम तो क्रोधित हो जाते थे, आपके कार्यकर्ता क्रोधित हो जाते थे, आप पर क्या बीतती थी? आपको मजा आता था? अगर उस दिन आपने एक स्टैंड लिया होता,
कौन सी बहती हुई गंगा में, सब ये तो हमें बता दीजिए। कौन सी पवित्र गंगा है जिसमें नहाने वाला आदमी पवित्र हो जाता है?
जो उद्धव ठाकरे, अनुषा जी आपके पास शायद वीडियो भी होगा, सितंबर 2019 में ठीक इलेक्शन के पहले जो उद्धव ठाकरे भाषण देते थे कि जो सावरकर का अपमान करेगा मैं उसे चप्पल खोल के मारूंगा, उनका भाषण है ये। जब राहुल गांधी अपमान करते थे वो चुपचाप मूक दर्शक होकर देखते थे। ये कारण था कि शिवसेना टूटी है। आप स्वीकार करें इस बात को।
जी,
मैं ये कह रहा हूं,
एक छोटा सा जवाब आपसे अभिषेक, और मेरे पास समय खत्म हो गया।
जम्मू कश्मीर में पीडीपी से जो गठबंधन आपने किया, उसको हम क्या कहेंगे?
तो क्या मसला था? मैंने आपको समझाया। जो मैंडेट उस वक्त आया था, 27 सीटें जो है पीडीपी को मिली थी, 25 सीटें हमें मिली थी। अगर दोबारा इलेक्शन होती कश्मीर और जम्मू
सीटें कम हो जाएंगी, इसका मतलब
well, all I can say, gentlemen, is that the election of Andheri is going to be very, very critical. And ideology, as I said, like horse trading in today's politics, is a very, very slippery slope for all political parties. Thank you, Tuhin Sinha, Abhishek, and Sanjay Gupta for joining us on that important story ahead of the Congress.